Another big news story today, because this has been a national day of mourning to remember and celebrate and say farewell to the nation's 39th president. The casket carrying the body of Jimmy Carter arrived a short while ago at the church in Plains, Georgia, for a final funeral there tonight before he's laid to rest. Of course, earlier today, the 2-hour service packed with tributes and reflections of Mr. Carter's power as president and his compassion as a person. Hundreds at the Washington National Cathedral, including all 5 living presidents, paying honor to the longest living president. Eyewitness News reporter Lauren Glassberg with more on today's profound send-off of Mr. Carter. Lauren?
And Bill, Jimmy Carter traveled the world helping so many people, but he never forgot where he came from. And today, the nation and his small town said goodbye. Former President Jimmy Carter coming home to Georgia for the final time. Today, tributes in the tiny town of Plains, a procession with his casket down Main Street. At the Baptist church where Jimmy Carter taught Sunday school for all the years after the White House, a small private funeral. But in Washington, D.C. this morning, at the National Cathedral, a state funeral.
He may be gone, but he's not gone far. The outpouring of love and support that we have felt from you and from around the world shows how many lives he has touched and how his spirit will live on in many ways for us.
All 5 living presidents were there.
Because of patriots like Jimmy Carter. Throughout his life, he showed us what it means to be a practitioner of good works and a good and faithful servant of God and of the people.
In Plains, an outpouring of love where Carter's life began 100 years ago on a rural farm where a bell used to wake him an hour before dawn. The peanut farmer who became the 39th president.
I, Jimmy Carter, do solemnly swear.
He served just 1 term, but was celebrated for the humanitarian work he did for decades after his presidency as the longest living U.S. president. Today, his family burying him next to his beloved wife, Rosalind, near their humble home in a place they chose together.
As he returned to Plains, Georgia, for his final resting place, we can say goodbye. Jimmy Carter did justly, loved mercy, walked humbly. May God bless a great American and a dear friend and a good man.
The Carter family invited Secret Service agents who helped protect President Carter to today's events in Plains. After nearly 45 years of protecting Carter post-presidency, their service ended today. Sandra and Bill.
What happened?